Boom, chickadee, y'all. Guess what we got at the Rock & Sea Homestead?
Hey guys, as you heard, our little baby chickens arrived and we're very excited to show them to you.
In case you haven't been following along the last few weeks, let me get you up to speed real quick. My sister hatched some baby chickens down in her classroom, her pre-kindergarten classroom, and the pre-kindergartners absolutely loved it. They were so excited. They got to spend most of the week with the chickens last week. They hatched on Monday and they had school Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And then we went down and picked them up yesterday, and now they have arrived here at the homestead and they are adorable. So thank you, Blaze, out at Bad Baxter Farm. Those eggs were fantastic. They were so much fun for those little ones to watch go through the process of hatching. And now we're real excited to have those chickens here at the homestead. So here we are in our, very messy spare room. We'll call it spare room. This is where we're actually going to keep the chicks for a little while they're still growing their regular big chicken feathers. We'll keep them here in this room in this container. We've got a great big metal feeding type trough from our local ag store. This is how we've done it before with baby chicks that were incubated and hatched, so we're going to use this setup again. We'll keep them in here for the next probably week or maybe 2 weeks, and then once they've gotten some of their feathers and they're a little bit bigger, we'll take them out to one of our 2 chicken coops and we'll acclimate them out there in another container cage thing that we've used before with our baby chicks. So that's our plan. Right now they're in here, so we can keep an eye on them and make sure that their temperature is good. We've got them some food and some water. We saw somewhere that you can hang a feather duster. They can get up underneath that, kind of like it's their mama chicken. So we just put that in today, so I'm not sure if they know what to think about that. And then also give them a little box to kind of cozy up in. They'll get into that sometimes, but primarily they just kind of huddle together next to it. But you can see that they are absolutely adorable, and they make the most precious little baby chick sounds, and we just absolutely love these baby chicks. Okay, so here are some of the things that we're using while we have them inside. We've got just a small feeder that we can connect a mason jar to. You can also connect a plastic top like this one onto something like this. But we had heard that mason jars work, and sure enough, they work out great. So we've got baby chick crumble starter feed, crumbles. We always go through 1 bag of medicated crumbles before we move them onto either another bag of crumbles or possibly just onto regular chicken food. We've got 2 waterers in here. They just kick this pipe bedding everywhere. So we've got just kind of something similar to this one with a mason jar on it, and then we've got this plastic one over here. And we are just keeping them both in there and hoping we can keep one of them clear enough of pine bedding that they can get to the water. We've also got a lamp here. It's not we don't have a heat lamp bulb in it. We just have a regular bulb in it because the heat lamp bulb would be way too hot inside of our nicely climately controlled house. So I just have a regular light bulb in there. And we've got it only on one end. That way if it's too warm, they can always go to the other end. And one more thing we've got here, and that is a lid for this thing that Lance built. Because they look real small and innocent right now, but those little babies are going to be able to fly and get height really, really quick. So we've got the lid in place, and even though they can't get out right now, it won't be long because these baby chicks grow so quickly. So it won't be long before we would have to be concerned about that. And of course, we certainly don't want them getting loose in our messy spare room. So we've got this just made out of not chicken wire. What is this?
Hardware cloth.
Hardware cloth. That's what it is. Hardware cloth, and got a really handy little handle on the top so we can pick it up and turn it. As you can see, we can put it in many different configurations or take it off altogether. So we'll need to pull these items out, the water and the food out, or check on them at least, probably several times a day, because while they're in here with the pine bedding, and while these things are sitting on floor on the ground level, they just make a mess of it. So we need to regularly kind of clean out the pine bedding. Also, they're going through a lot of food right now, so we need to make sure that those things stay filled and that food's available for them. Also, something that Lance and I have thought would be interesting is that we've raised the last 2 batches of chicks that we've raised have been hatched by one of our hens. The very first time we did, the very first batch of chickens that we got, just 4 of them, we got from my sister when her class hatched eggs. So we brought them here and started them out, kind of like we're doing now. We didn't know anything at the time, and we were total newbies. We were just trying to figure it out one day at a time. So, and now the last 2 times have been, these chicks have been raised by a mother hen, which is completely different. So we've been kind of curious. We felt like the hens that were raised by the chicks that were raised by the mother hen, we felt like they learned a little faster and developed their chick skills, hen skills or rooster skills or whatever a little bit quicker when they were with their mom. Although I have to say that I have watched them kind of scratching around in the bedding looking for food that I had dropped underneath stuff. So I mean, instinct, I think, maybe plays more into it than we really thought. But we'll be curious to kind of keep an eye on that and see how that plays out. You know, what's the difference between hens or chickens, I should say, chicks coming out of an incubator and developing, as opposed to chicks being raised by a mother hen and how they develop. So we're going to keep an eye on that, and we'll talk about that and mention what we see and what we're learning as we go along. So that's the end of our video for today. We are going to have another chick video for you next Friday. I think everyone will be, if you haven't raised chicks or haven't been around chicks or roosters or hens or anything, I think you'll be surprised to see how much they change over just 1 week.
Oh yeah,
from week to week to week, they change dramatically. So you'll not want to miss our episode next week, because we're going to have the baby chicks in the feature again, and we'll start kind of talking about maybe names for these little babies. We'll start talking about it.
Yeah. And for those that are going to be around Monday night, we are going to be on the 2 Family Homesteads live show. Or at least I will be, and maybe my stunt double. Or
my stunt double.
Marcy's stunt double. So we'll see. But for sure, I will be there. We're working out all the details, getting all the computer stuff worked out. But we will be there live, and hopefully see a whole bunch of you there. And yeah.
That's pretty exciting.
Pretty exciting, yeah. Our first real kind of live show. So a little nervous.
You'll be awesome.
Thank you. We'll see. Hopefully you guys think so. So just want to give a great shout out to Mrs. Savage's pre-kindergarten class. Thank you guys for taking care of our little baby chickens, making sure they hatched out really well. They're awesome, and I know you guys enjoyed them. We saw a couple photos and videos, and I think they did enjoy it.
They did, yeah.
And guys, thanks for coming back and watch our video. If you haven't already, click that subscribe button. And of course, you can always follow us on Facebook and Instagram. We'll have those links down below, or you can go to our About page, and there are links in there. We do give a little bit updates throughout the week of certain things going on around here at the homestead. And we'd love for you to come join. And again, thanks for watching. From our homestead to yours, have a blessed day. And we'll catch you on the next video. Bye.
Bye.